Friends, so let's get started. One eye is already done, just to save time. I did prime the eyelid with the Tarte Shape Tape. It's just a pencil, and I usually do this like a few minutes and just let it settle. And then I took just a small amount of the Charlotte Tilbury powder and just lightly dusted over just to set it. My eyebrows are already done with the usual suspects, but everything will be listed and linked below for you. So let's get started. And as mentioned, we are going to be working with the Tati Beauty Palette. I am not going to do a review in this video. This is simply to show you how we as aging women can achieve a very festive holiday look using shimmer and some glitter. Yes, I have some glitter on my lid. We just have to be a little more careful. And these little things here come in handy when you are working with glitter. You just simply put them underneath your eyes. I do not start with my face done already when I'm using any type of sparkle because it ends up falling all over. And also, being not too familiar with this palette for fallout, I didn't want to go in and then ruin the whole look. So I highly suggest starting with your eyes, and I do suggest doing your eyebrows because they do frame the eye. But these little pads here, which I will link below, are great. They just stick on, and then anything that might fall out falls out on this instead of your skin. So let's get started. So I am going to start with the Soothe row, and first I'm going to start with the Soothe Matte. And then I'm going to probably work into the Ritual, which is the Ritual Matte. And then I'm going to go back to the Soothe, and I'm going to go to the Soothe Metallic. And we're just going to play around. But it's really important that you work in baby steps when you are working with glitter so that you don't just put it on your brush or your finger and just go in and smash it and then it's all over your face. So we are going to achieve this look, which I call a very sultry holiday nighttime look, but if you're someone who prefers to wear a lot of makeup during the day, you could pull this off, my friends. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into the Soothe Matte, and I do think her name, the way she named this palette, is very, very clever. It's they just have one name on them, which I can't really read with my, there's Poet, Aura, Soothe, Story, Ritual, and Memory, and then you just go up, it's Soothe Matte, Soothe Sequins, Soothe Metallic, and Soothe Glitter. So that is really kind of a neat name for the palette, or a neat way of naming the palette. So I'm going to go in, and this is my Tom Ford brush, and I'm just going to pick up some of the Soothe Matte on my brush, and I'm going to work a little differently for this look than I usually do. I'm not going to be doing the crease with a transition color. I'm actually working in the outer part. I want to really accentuate the eyes so that they really look almost cat eye. You know I don't wear eyeliner. If you wanted to add eyeliner to this look, a little flick, you go right ahead. But right now I am just going to take this brush and I'm going to apply this color, and these colors do blend really well. They have a good color path, and I'm just going to work the outer corner with this color. I'm not going to move it onto the inner eye, and this will actually work really nice if you have narrow set eyes. You want to really widen your eyes. This is a good way to do your eyeshadow. So I'm going back into that Soothe, and you'll notice that I keep going back in and reapplying. I'm working in baby steps, holding the brush as far away as I can because then it gives me the light pressure. So I'm going to go ahead and just build this up, and I do start in the crease, but again I'm just working with that outer wedge, the outer part of the eye. And also when you put these on, they become a nice guideline for you so that you don't drag down on the eye. So I am just building that up, coming slightly. What I do, let me show you what I'm doing first so that you really get it. I'm applying, as soon as I dip in, I go to the crease, and I really put most of the color there. And then I work down, and I'm not even going halfway. I'm really accentuating just a quarter of the outer eye. So now I've brought that down. So now I'm going to go back into the crease and just blend slightly. But now I'm just going to lift it slightly above the crease and start to fade that color out so I don't have any really harsh lines. And then what I do is I stop and I look to see how Are they even? So I'm going to go back into the Soothe Matte, and I'm going to do the same thing I just did. Soothe Matte is applied. I'm going in with a clean brush, and I'm just going to lightly, again, holding the brush really as far down as I possibly can towards the end of the handle. And I am just going to lightly soften that hard edge above the crease. And then I'm just going to lightly soften. I'm not going over the whole thing. I'm just softening the lines as I go because it just makes it easier to get a really smooth transition of colors if you take the time to blend down as you go. So I'm going to just right here, this keeps lifting up, but I'm just going to add a little bit of color there, and then I'm just going to soften it because I don't want to have a little bald spot there of color. I had removed these and put them on again, so it's not sticking as well as it usually does. Once you stick these on, they do stay unless you take them off and play with them like I did. Okay, so looking straight on, you can see that most of the color is accentuated in the outer quarter of the eye, starting at the crease, bringing it down to the lash line, and then just taking whatever's left on the brush and lightly sweeping it just above. You go as high up as if you want, but just above the crease line. So now I'm going to take my very small round, this is the Artiste brush. Again, it will be listed below for you. And I'm going to go into the Ritual now. And this is going to really accentuate the outer corner of my eye. I'm going to go in and I'm going to tap this. I'm going to pick up only on the tip of this round brush. And then I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to keep my eye closed, and I'm going to just put it right here, open my eye, and I have it exactly where I want it. If you'll notice this one, I am not bringing in as far as I did the first Soothe Matte color. I'm just placing it right on the outer edge, again, not going above the crease. So I'm just kind of piling it on, and then I'm going to go in with that clean Bedelium brush, and I'm just going to sweep that in. I don't want to really take away the Soothe Matte. I just want to really blend the two of them so they have no harsh line. I'm not really bringing the brush to where I applied the color. I'm just working the outer edges. All right, so I'm going to go back in because I need to put a little bit more because I really intensified it. So I'm going to do the same thing, just pack it on. Pick up a little bit more, and I'm going to pack that color on. Perfect. And now I'm going to do the same thing, take that brush and blend it. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back in with a Tom Ford, and I'm going to pick up the first color I was using, the Soothe Matte, and I'm going to put a little on the brush, and I want to just go right on the edge. It really helps to smooth and soften that edge out without taking the color off, because you still want that color there. But notice, I'm not blending that color over the main area. I'm just sweeping the edges so that they blend and reapplying a little bit more of that Soothe Matte. Okay, so that's what it should look like at this point. Okay, so you really just have your transition outer V, we'll call it, but it's not. It's just the outer quarter, and it's more like a wedge. And then we are using the Ritual Matte and just applying that really as much as you want in the outer corner, just flaring it slightly out and then working in a smaller wedge area, not a V, a smaller wedge area, or you could call it a V, but you want to make sure that you fill the area in so it looks like almost like the end of an arrow, the pointy part of an arrow. So that's what it would look like. And then you just want to make sure that you blend and you have it softened. And we do. Okay, so now I'm going to go into the Soothe Metallic, and I'm going to pick up this color, but I'm going to work with my finger here. Okay, so just take some on your finger, and what we're going to do is we're going to place this gently. where your color stops, you don't really want to go over this area. You want to place it in the center and then work it towards the inner eye. And if you're someone who really likes to highlight the inner eye, don't take this all the way over. Just take it as far as you want and then place your highlight color. I don't highlight, so I'm going to just leave it. I may throw a little highlight on today just to make all of you happy. I don't know. But okay, so I'm going back in. I'm dipping my finger back into the Soothe Metallic. I picked it up with my finger, and I'm going to go ahead and place that right in the center and then move it. And I'm sweeping it just slightly so that I don't want to end up with it here. I want it to stay on my eye. So I'm just tapping it, and then I sweep it just slightly, and then I look to make sure they're even. I'm going to go in with the Bdellium brush again. So now I just want to take the very tip and just soften that line slightly. And then we can go ahead and just go in and sweep that metallic just to make sure that it's evenly placed on the whole lid. Okay, so that is what that will look like. So now I want to go back into the Soothe Matte. So that was the first color we used. I'm going to dip my brush in just slightly, and I want to reintroduce it right here over the metallic slightly. I'm not canceling out the metallic. I just want to have it where it really transitions smoothly. So then I'm going to go in with the round brush. I haven't added any more of the Ritual, but I'm just going to take whatever's left on that brush and just sweep it so that they blend in smoothly. And that is basically the eyes. So now you will go in with the Bdellium, and I want to really, I'm starting from the outer part, and I'm just on that outer edge, and I'm going to sweep it, and now I'm going to sweep all the way to the inner eye. But see, I'm not placing a lot of shadow because I don't want to close my eyes off. So I'm not placing a lot of shadow in here. I'm just taking whatever the brush picks up here and sweeping it along. So it just makes it all look a little more even. And this brush here, I'm holding it down far. I'm not doing this because then you get heavy-handed. If you hold your brush down and you just sweep lightly, you can only do it with a light touch. You really can't get in there heavy duty. All right, so now we're going to go ahead and add the glitter. Now with glitter, I never work with a brush, never have, but you know, you can. But the glitter in this is very, very soft. So I'm going to go in and I'm picking up in the Soothe row, the Soothe glitter, and I'm just going to tap this into my fingertip. You could use your pinky. If you have a smaller eye, you could use your pinky because it's smaller, and then you can control the glitter. So I'm just tapping and picking up the glitter, and the glitter in this is, these are bad mamma jammas. Yes, they are. If you're my age, you'll remember that song. All right, so now I am going to go in and right in the center. I'm not going to the inner eye. I'm not going to the outer, just the center. I am going to tap slowly that glitter to place it. Now, if you're someone who works with glitter a lot, you obviously probably have glitter glue. I do not. I don't wear a lot of glitters. I probably will never use the glitter row here, but I wanted to let you all know that you can. I'm just not a glitter girl. I don't like sparkly clothing. I don't, I've never been into bling bling jewelry. I have a friend who, she's the sequin queen. But, you know, it's just not my style. So anyway, if you are, just tap it on, and then I'm going to go right over that again, which it will then intensify the glitter, and you bring it to where you want. If you want to go all the way to the inner eye, you go ahead. But I think as an aging woman, we have to really, it's like picking, it's like choosing your battles, okay? Wrinkles, we have to meet in the middle someplace. So I'm just going to go again and just tap the glitter where I want it. And notice I'm not bringing it up into the crease. I'm keeping it right on the lid. And then I just take the Bdellium and I'm just going to pat that glitter in just to secure it a little bit. And you can see, well, maybe the camera's not picking it up, but even though I have these on, glitter is still coming on my face, but it's not too bad. So that would be it. You just want to make sure that your glitter is even. And that is it for the upper eye. And you just want to really look at them now, make sure they're even. You can go back in with that brush, make sure that you have, you know, your corners really carved out for you so that they really accentuate the outer part of the eye. You want to make sure that the line is soft. When you're using, I have a couple of these brushes, okay? You can get them on Amazon. I'll link them for you. Once you've used a brush on glitter, you cannot use it anywhere else on your face or eye because the glitter will still be in the fibers of this brush. You'll have to wash this brush out. I will tell you I created this look, and the reason why I'm doing this one is I posted it on Instagram and everybody loved it. But I'll tell you what, I had glitter for days on my face, days, and it did not remove easily. But, you know, people loved it, so I thought I'm going to do the look. Right, so now what I'm going to do to save time, I'm going to do my tight line. I'm going to put my mascara on. I'm going to do the rest of my face, and I'm going to come back with the finished look. And then if I'm going to do anything to the lower eyes, we'll do it on camera with you. So I'll be right back. All right, my friends, so I am back. I'm just going to finish up the lower part of my eyes. I mean, you could go out with it like this. But for the holidays, I think this is the time when we can really play up our eyes because it's almost expected of us. So I'm just going to go in and I'm using a BK Beauty number 204 brush. This brush is nice because it's small, it gives you good control, and it's also firm. So you can put the eyeshadow exactly where you want it. So I'm going to go in and I'm going to first start with the very first color I started with, the Soothe Matte. And I'm just going to pick up on that brush a good amount, give it a little tap in case there's some fallout. So now is where you need to be really careful because your makeup is totally done and you don't want to really have a lot of fallout. So I always press the product really into the fibers of any brush that I am using into the mirror. Speaking of mirrors, the Tati mirror is fabulous in here. Okay, so I'm going to apply this color underneath and I want to smudge it down slightly, because I want to give a more romantic, sultry look for the holidays. And I'm going to sweep it always up on the corner. So we've just accentuated. You can see how it really does change the look of the eyeshadow. So we're going to go back in and put some more of that Soothe Matte onto the brush. And we're going to do the other eye. So you can really play up underneath. So now, take that same brush now and I'm going to go into the Ritual Matte, which is the dark brown, and I'm just going to put it on the tip of this brush, and then I just want to touch lightly close to the lash line underneath and join it to the outer upper. Okay, so I've just joined it and you can see how it just really smokes that eye right out. So I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing on the other side. So now I'm going to take a fluffy brush and I happen to grab the BK Beauty 202. It's a clean brush. And I just want to sweep underneath just to soften any harsh lines that I may have created. So now I want to add just a slight bit of sparkle under there. I don't want it really metallic and I don't want glitter. So I'm going to go into the sequin row now and I'm going to, let's go with Ritual Sequined. And I'm going to take that same BK Beauty brush, the one that's dense, and I'm just going to tap the tip of that brush in and I'm going to tap it off to make sure that there's no fallout because now you're working with a little bit of glitter. It's very refined in the sequin row. And I'm just going to go ahead and really give a little bit of life to the under eye. And I'm not going to take this one all the way in until most of the color is on the outer part. So you want to make sure that you're applying most of the color over the others and then sweep it in just to finish it off. And you'll see that each layer changes the look of the eyeshadow. The less you have, of course, it's going to look more natural, but the more you add in baby steps, you can make yourself really look sultry, va-va-va-boom, sexy, whatever look you are going for. Okay, so I'm going to do the other eye and I'll be right back. Okay, so the lower eye is done. Now this is where if you choose to wear eyeliner on your lower lid, you can go ahead and do that. I don't. If I'm going to add anything at this point, it would be a gold pencil to really open the eyes back up without taking that sultry look away. But if you want an even smokier, but it is going to close the eye down slightly, you can go in there with black, you can go in with brown, you can go in with whatever color you choose. You could have taken some of the, orangey or the pinkier color and put that underneath. But I like to stay all in one family. I think I'm too old to be messing around with all different colors, like a rainbow, okay? All right, so now I'm just going to touch the bottom lashes, and I will be done. And the mascara that I'm using is a very black mascara today, and it is by Armani. If this were to be a daytime look, I may make the mascara brown, and in that case I would use wood in this because I still have tubes of it. All right, so I'm just going to lightly touch the lashes and then separate them, although I don't do every single one on its own because I'm just not into the spidery look. And you just want to tip those lashes. I don't like to have a ton of mascara underneath, so let's go ahead and... All right, my friends, so that is the finished look for this look. I think I'm going to try to play around and do a couple of more and get them out before the holidays are over. Everything else on my face will be listed and linked below, but I do want you to take notice of something on my face. Because I chose to go with glitter on my eyes, my lipstick it's not heavily frosted, and it's not really a thick matte type lipstick. My lips are just part of the story. My eyes are the main character, and my lips are just playing along with the face. That's how I look at it when I'm getting all glammed up. Because if I had my hair all like, whoa, out here, and I had my bold red lip, and I had my sultry eyes, again, I've said this before, you can take it to the streetwalker. For me, because I have full lips, and I have a lot of hair, I kind of pick and choose. So the eyes are very sultry today, the hair has just got wave going on, and I am using more of a balm type lip, more of a glossier lip, and no crystals are in the gloss. It's just a beautiful gloss. And by the way, let me talk about this gloss. This is, I got this from Frisco Beauty, and this is the Fit Glow, which has nothing to do with the Glow skincare line. These are two women created this. This is I haven't stopped wearing it. It's what I've been wearing every single day. I absolutely love it. It has an incredible feel on the lips. So you may want to look at that. And I'm going to go on and see what other colors they have. And I hope they have colors that I can wear because this is fabulous. But yeah, my friends, that is it. Let me back up just a little bit more. And I have just paired it today with an older top. This is from Black House White Market. But you could easily throw on a black velvet jacket with, a lower cut top underneath, and then get a really bold piece of rhinestone jewelry. I did buy a couple of necklaces I'm hoping to share with you. I did get these earrings as well from Black House White Market this year. I just bought them, and they're really pretty. They're just a glass pearl, and I thought they went really nice with this top because this top is very, very feminine. It's very elegant. It just has cuff satin sleeves, cuff collar, and then it crosses over. I feel that things that cross over really do flatter a woman's figure, and that's it. And you can wear this with beautiful black satin pants. If you wanted velvet pants or a skirt, you can wear it with anything, just plain black. And then just, a nice pair of shoes, and you have a beautiful holiday look, my friends. Okay, so I zoomed back in. I want you to be able to see the earrings before I go. These are really beautiful. And like I said, I just bought these yesterday, and all of the jewelry at Black House White Market is on sale right now, 40% off of everything, and they have some beautiful holiday pieces. I'm hoping to share them with you in a quick video, so stay tuned for that. If not, maybe I'll post them on Instagram. Anyway, I hope that you have enjoyed this tutorial. I hope it gives you some ideas on how you can wear glitter, you can wear metallics or sequined eyeshadows and still look very, very beautiful, my friends. All right, so let me know if you're going to give this a try and how it came out for you. Do you have the Tati palette? Have you been playing with it? There are little tips that I gave along the way that can really help you work with glitter eyeshadows. If you have it all over your face, laying in your wrinkles, it's going to be a problem. So perhaps, even if you don't want to buy the little white things that I did, just go to the drugstore and buy medical grade tape and touch it on your hand first, and then just tape it underneath your eyes. And then when you pull it off, you won't have any glitter all over it. It will have fallen on the tape. this again, if you haven't already subscribed, I would love to have you as an Ageless Beauty, so go ahead and hit that subscribe button, which is right there. And right next to it is a bell. Tap on that bell. That makes you aware of all the videos that I'm putting out through an email. You never miss a video. All right, my friends? So until the next time, go out in the world and be happy, healthy, beautiful, and most of all, my friends, lovable. I love you all. Bisous.